Good evening, everybody. How's it going again? Biff back with you, and welcome in, blessed. Welcome back into the channel. Um, yeah, I'm gonna title my VOD from yesterday, um, "Testify," because it had some football manager in it, but it was actually more of me giving my testimony of why I'm a Christian and some of what I believe. Um, and so I want to that's the name I'm going to give it. And I don't know if I'll have a. Let's see. Some my Christian testimony in brief, and some Torquay. So yeah. So we had a viewer in chat yesterday that um, they asked me if I knew any Hebrew or if I spoke Hebrew, and I said no. I know a little bit. I know a few words. But then he said something that kind of made me want to reply back. Basically, he called, and I'm not going to get into this. I'm just going to say he said that Jesus was a failure. His mission was a failure. And that just speaks of his lack of knowledge of the Bible, of the Old Testament, the New Testament, God's plan for the redemption of mankind from the fall of Adam and Eve, God's plan to redeem uh, mankind from the fall of Adam and Eve. And so, um, really, probably what I should have said, I should have asked him the question, have you read the Bible? Have you done any study of the Bible, of the scriptures? Because I find that most people that have a lot of questions have never read the Bible. In fact, I remember reading Dan Brown's book, The Da Vinci Code, which I thought was a really good book. I mean, it's the book is supposed to happen over like a 24 to 36 hour period. That's the whole story. That's the whole timeline of the book, and it's really fast paced and I mean, I I love the book. I love the story. It is a story, but I loved it. Just in that the pace of the book and the pace of the story and the action um, but there was an interesting part of the book where the protagonist, Robert Langdon, he and this girl who's with him that are trying to find the answers to a what happened in the Louvre Museum at the beginning of the book. They get to a point where they meet up with this. I don't know if he's a scholar or real. I don't remember his character part in the book, but they go to him for advice and for direction and understanding about which are the next steps that they should take in their pursuit of this information that they're looking for. And I remember he asked them the question. He starts explaining some of the ideas in the New Testament and he asked them about if they know about the Council of Trent or some other type of council that happened in early Christianity. And then he must have seen the quizzical look on their faces, because he asked them at one point. He said, "Have you ever read the New Testament?" And they're both like, "No." And I'm like, "Well, then, if you haven't read the book, how can you expect to understand something that you've never read?" And so that's why my direction for this person in chat yesterday was read the book. Read the book. You obviously have a lot of questions. You're not sure about a lot of stuff. Read the book. But yeah, anyways, last night was my testimony. Parts of it were very emotional, personal, and I tried to answer some questions. But tonight it's going to be about the football, and for the rest of the stream, and basically for the rest of my channel. I've got this labeled. It's going to go up on YouTube as my Christian testimony in brief. And from now on, if there's questions in chat, I will direct people to the book, capital B, the book, the Bible. So anyways, I'm over here now. I'm over on Is There Any Deal? I've kind of already decided. It's interesting because I've been wondering about what books to buy. What books? I do wonder sometimes about what books to buy, but I've been wondering about what games to buy during the Twitch summer sale. And it's interesting because there was an article today, PC Gamer, I believe it was, that had an article about, see if I can pull it up here. It was stating that lots of people that buy games on Steam don't play the games that they buy. And so they were saying something along the lines of, yeah, here it is. Knowing Steam players are hoarders explains why you give Valve 30% of your sales, an analyst tells developers. Because you get access to a bunch of drunken sailors who spend money irresponsibly. And the article is published 2 days ago by Rich Stanton on PC Gamer. And this games industry analyst, Chris Zukowski, has cracked the code. And he knows exactly what you're all like. Nothing but a bunch of hoarders. And talking about people that buy games and don't play them. And, one of those things where I'll get around to it someday. And it's a really good article, and there's actually a link in there. He says in this article, Rich Stanton, we make a brief stop by an older article from Simon Carless that analyzed Steam collections and found the average player on Steam has 51.5% of their collection unplayed. Valve cracked the problem that Netflix was struggling with. How do you sell to people who have so much entertainment at their fingertips that they don't have enough hours in the day to play and watch all of it? Valve basically added infinite hours to a gamer's day. It is a theoretical future day where gamers might someday spend hours playing your game. But let's be honest, they won't. The reason game developers are willing to give Valve 30% of their revenue is because the Steam marketplace is packed with super gamers who throw money at games they have no intention of playing. And then he goes down through the article, and he has a link here to Steam's Steam DBS calculator. And if I go to that calculator and I put in my I got to copy it and then paste it up here. It says that the average price of a game that I have spent on Steam, or bought on Steam, the average price, $8.30. The average price per hour that I've played the games that I own, 24 cents. Now, 24 cents to me is pretty good value per hour for entertainment. My hours on record for the games that I own on Steam, 8,103. My average playing time for a game is 33.5 hours. My account value is about the value of my Steam account for what I purchased the games for versus what the current day's prices are, is about, let's see, roughly, based on today's prices, my the price that I paid for the games that I own on Steam is about 66% less than what today's prices are. And then it goes on to give you like, it gives you, if you have any game bans, VAC bans, community bans, trade bans, I'm all in good standing. It looks like the average price per hour of the games that I've played is 24 cents. The average price per hour of all games that I own on Steam is 22 cents. Oh, the average price per hour of all games that I own is 22 cents. The average price per hour of only the paid games that I have is 24 cents. And the average price per hour of only played games is 19 cents because I own Path of Exile on Steam, which is a free game to play. And then it goes down to hours on record. Games by time played, 25 or more hours. 66 of the games that I own, I've played 25 or more hours. 12 to 25 hours, 40 games. 6 to 12 hours, 32 games. 3 to 6 hours, 24 games. 2 to 3 hours, 18 games. 1 to 2 hours, 17. 0 to 1 hours, 45 games. And I've never played 231 games that I own on Steam. Now, part of that is because I did belong to Humble Bundle, where you buy bundles of games. And I did buy some of those games on Humble Bundle, but you activate them on Steam. And I might have bought a bundle of like 10 games, but I only wanted 2 of them. But you buy the bundle and you get a discount on all the games across the board. And so I only wanted 2 of them. So the other 8 games I've never played because I had no interest in them. Products by cost, $55 and higher, 0. $40 to $54, 4. $25 to $40, 9. 55, $10 to $25, 55. $6 to $10, 72. $2 to $6, 121. And a penny to $2, 50. And so you can see I'm very frugal. I'm very frugal. So the the top price point, I've bought 121 games that were between $2 and $6. 72 games between $6 and $10. 55 games between $10 and $25. And let's see, 13 games over $25. And then it goes into badges that you have and stuff like that. And you can actually look at all your games. Like, for example, Dyson Sphere program. I guess the current price maybe is $15.99. I bought it for $17.99, I believe. I've got 515 hours in it. So they're saying based on the current price that I spent 3 cents an hour on that game for entertainment. It's a great game. Hearts of Iron 4, I spent 4 cents an hour. Grim Dawn, 2 cents an hour. Transport Fever 2, 5 cents an hour. Timberborn, 12 cents an hour. Railway Empire, 14 cents an hour. Football Manager, 8 cents an hour. But that's based on current prices, I believe. But still, I mean, I buy low and I play high. So that's pretty cool, I think. SteamDB.com, I guess, Steam database. Yeah, I kind of am. I was talking to a friend about this at work when I worked. I retired 5 years ago, but when I was working, there was a bunch of us at work that were gamers. And some of us used to play together. But we are talking about it, and I asked him to estimate what this value of his Steam account was. He said probably $2,000, maybe $2,500. At that point, mine was probably, 6, 7 years ago, mine was probably about 1,000, maybe $1,200. But it's a lot of games that that I do play a lot of. So again, this all goes back to the Steam summer sale and me looking at games and wondering what games do I want to buy. And I think right now I'm just like, I don't want to buy any. I don't want to buy any. Yeah, SteamD. It's the URL is steamdb.info. It's really cool. So, is there any deal? There are deals. Am I going to buy anything? No. So I'm just going to skip over that one for tonight and go into Steam. See, part of my thing is that I watch Twitch. I not only stream on Twitch, I watch Twitch. And so I have streamers that I like to watch, mostly streamers that play strategy games because I love strategy games like Football Manager. But then when I see them playing a game, I'm like, I want to try that. There's a reason why game developers will give, Steam codes, code keys to streamers is because they know that people like me are watching the stream and they're going to watch the gameplay and go, I want to try that. And so that's why they give streamers key codes because they know it's going to, their investment is going to help generate sales. Let's go into, you can hear me, blessed. So I just want to check my levels though. Over here. Mic check 1, 2. That's good. Let's see. Steam desktop. Yeah, it's interesting because like I say, these games have been like pretty much on the front page during the whole sale. And so I can only assume that like what Firaxis does this, they're paying Steam to put their game up on the front page. And same with Pal World. Yeah, it's all the same games. So this must be a contract that they have. You know, you want to do a contract with us throughout the Steam sale to have your game featured on the front pages of Steam. And developers are like, "Yes, please." Nothing of interest to me. Now, see, the thing is, I have a lot of free games. I get a lot of free games. I'm a Twitch Prime member, so I get a lot of free games. I get like every week or two, they give away like 3, 4, 5 games. I get a free game or two every week on Epic Game Store, which is free to sign up. And so I have a lot of free games too. Now, some of them, I have games on goodoldgames.com because some of the activation keys that you get on Amazon are for games that are on Good Old Games. So, yeah, so I've got this on Epic Game Store. And some of the games I play games on Epic too. So not all the games I play are on Steam. Like Satisfactory, I have on Epic. Anno 1800, I have on Epic. So the hours that I put into those games are not part of that calculation that I guess just gave you. And I think I paid for both of these. I paid for both games over on Epic. They weren't free. Yeah. Um, yeah, I got my first FM 2018. I think I got that on Epic. And then I bought like 20 and 21. I got 23, I think, on Epic. Yeah, let's see. I like looking at the discovery queue because I want to go back because I want to look at this. A collection of mysterious solitaires. The solitaires included vary from fairly standard card games to funky reimplementations of other games in solitaire form. Interesting. Like, hmm. I have a hard enough time playing regular solitaire, honestly. I have a hard enough time playing regular solitaire if I'm going to play it. I don't know if it would really benefit me to buy a game like that. Tiny Racing, a nostalgic top-down racing game with vibrant pixel art. Yeah, looks really kind of basic. Chosen War is a roguelike strategy game full of randomness. Okay. Galaxy Highways, an indie story-driven space shooter with intense battles. So it looks like we have ads starting in about 5 minutes because I usually run the ads right at the beginning of the stream, but I didn't do that today. So we have what's it called? A regular roll ad or something. You have to play an ad. If you don't do the pre-roll, which is everybody that joins your stream has to watch 3 minutes of ads right up front. If you don't do that, every time they log into your stream. So if you don't do that, then you have to start your first ad within 30 minutes of your stream starting. So, unless you start the ad manually ahead of that time, and then um, you don't have to, you don't start, you do that ad. I'm going to try to do that at the beginning of the stream, like right when I sign on, I'll do that ad. And then I won't have the ad at 30 minutes. It'll then push it out to an hour. And then I have an ad every hour after that. So, an indie story driven space shooter with intense battles, escalating enemy waves, and massive boss fights. Choose and upgrade ships, unlock powerful weapons, and protect your allies. Upgrade your base and construct a battleship to take on an even stronger enemy. Take on even stronger enemies. All set to a rock and synth soundtrack. I was never good at any of these games like this, going all the way back to a game called Asteroids, where you have this little triangle ship and asteroids are coming out and moving in towards your ship. You got to pew pew them and destroy them, and your ship is just kind of flying through, and you spin it around to shoot other asteroids and stuff. No, I was no good at that. Slapstick bosses, wacky boss fighting game with a charming and unique style. Charming fighting. Elysian Siege. Stand in Keziah's footsteps and heed the divine order. Jump your way through, reclaim your goddess system. Yeah. Catharsis. Catharsis is a puzzle adventure set in a corrupted Byzantine cathedral. With the help of your companion, cleanse and illuminate the path in front of you by harnessing the power of the light. Solve the puzzles that block your path and reveal the truth behind the story. I don't like puzzle games. Velocity Rift. Take your part in 3 unique modes, each of which will require your maximum concentration. No. Micro Steam RPG. No. Felt Mansion. Andrew Hussey's Homestuck. No. Astral Lodge. No. I still don't think Steam understands the kind of games that I like. Because they keep sending me stuff for games that I don't like. They keep sending me stuff in my discovery queue for stuff that I don't like. So my Football Manager screen says that I played the game for 195.6 hours. But now that is... So on Steam, I have Football Manager 2018, 2021, 2024. So I think I have 2022 and 23 on Epic, I think. I know I have a couple of them over there. But yeah, on Steam, 18, 21, and 24. Now see, so 2018, I played 73 hours of it. And I think I just got to the point where I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I think for me, part of it is that a lot of these mechanics are just hidden. And I was thinking about it today that if you play a Paradox game, for example, Stellaris, if you play a Paradox game and you mouse over something in the game, it'll open up a contextual box and it'll show you what all the bonuses and debuffs are to get to that number. It doesn't do that in this game. It's like you're trying to find out why players are unhappy or their morale is low. You can't. At least unless you played the game like Lelujo for 25, 30 years. Then you would probably know. But otherwise, just going into it. So I had 73 games in 18, or 73 hours in 18, 85 hours in 21, and then I have 195 now. Ads are starting in about 10 seconds. So I'm going to start up the game, and we'll see you when we get back from the ads. Thanks for watching. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Biff back with you again. And we got the game up here, so let's take a look at what we're doing. Just looking over the screen in the break, um, and just seeing, it's a really cool screen. The home screen gives you your club. It tells you when your next game is, your next match in 7 days. I keep clicking over here on the schedule to see when it is, and it just tells me right here. It tells me who I'm playing against. It tells me what um, competition I'm playing in. It tells me down here that I've got 450 per week of available payroll budget. So if you do 2133.44 minus 28.98, yeah, that's about $450. It tells me my team stats over here. Average attendance were second best in the league. Goals scored were sixth best. Goals allowed eighth best. And then it shows me my squad status. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to look at that and just kind of see how it's all concisely laid out. I like that. And we're back. Welcome back, Blessed. You leave your PC on. Yeah, I do that with well, having my daughter and stuff. I usually don't play when we're at home. When my wife gets home from work, sometimes she's upstairs with my daughter. They're doing stuff, and I'll come down here and play a little bit. But there are times when I was playing before I was streaming, I'd be on my laptop, and I would just set my laptop down. The game is still running, and I'm getting up to make my daughter and I breakfast or something. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. Ben Lynch made his debut in. I already read this yesterday. He was well received by the port. He scored his first senior goal for Wexford. Bath City's unbeaten run, 10 games. Player of the Week news, Ben Seymour. And Downs is pleased for his supporters. You've managed to extend Torquay's impressive run over Slough. How do you feel about that particular record? It's only really the fans and you lot in the media that pay attention to those things, but I'm pleased we've been able to keep the fans happy by remaining unbeaten against them. Now, see, I do want to go in and I want to look at Rutledge. I kind of want to do a little bit of a deep dive on Rutledge. His resolute personality. Now, see, if you moused over this in a Paradox game, it would tell you what that means. In this game, you have to play it for 25 years, or you have to go out on the internet to try to figure out what 10 different people give you 10 different definitions in the game of what resolute does. He's media friendly, fluent in English. He's from he lives in Gateshead. No youth caps. Nation trained in England. Wants to win a trophy and is excited at the team's chance of the Vanarama South. No plans for the future. Believes a good support overall for the head coach from the locker room is deserved. Pleased with training overall. Recognize he has little standing within his social group. But his now see, I don't understand morale at all. Training, he's very happy. Treatment, he's satisfied. Club satisfied. Management satisfied. Playing time satisfied. But what do those things mean? What do those things mean? I mean, you go in here, if his morale is really good, then maybe you should put on there training really good. Or maybe you should, because there's a disconnect. You got morale is really good, but then the other word that they use is happy and satisfied. So it seems to me like they should kind of combine very happy, satisfied. So you've got 4 satisfied, you got 1 very happy. So maybe his morale is satisfied. And then you would kind of get an idea, okay, I need to boost up treatment, club, management, playing time. I need to boost those up maybe into the happy category to maybe get him up between happy and very happy. But you don't know because it doesn't tell you. So let's go into his attributes. He's resolute. He's not good at long shots. He's good at crossing and dribbling and finishing. He has 15 determination. So I think our strategy needs to be to work the ball into the box and pass it to him. Work rate's 11. His acceleration's 11. He's not real fast, but he is 6'6". But his heading is only 8, and his jumping reach is only 9. So I think okay, deep lying forward. Link the attack to the midfield. He aims to drop deep into the space, hold up the ball before supplying linking passes to teammates, moving the ball back to midfield support, spreading it wide to the flanks, and if he has time to turn, playing in his strike partner. Okay, he's not a deep lying forward. As for his main role is to lead the line, look for spearhead attacking moves. His primary duty is to be the focal point of attacking moves, and he is required to both score and create goals. Secondary roles chase down misplaced through balls or clearances from deep, win possession, lay off passes or crosses to his teammates. Okay, so he's required both to score and create goals, and he is 14 on finishing. Using sheer physicality to disrupt the opposition's defense. So I don't think he's that strong. No, he's only 7 in strength. So he's not going to be a target forward. A poacher. Line and run onto through balls from midfield. His main aim is trying to put the ball in the back of the net. His focus on scoring goals is so extreme that he rarely offers much help in constructing moves. I think that's what I want to make him, a poacher. Because he's got 14 finishing. So we're going to make him a poacher. Dawes. Is happy with how his agreed playing time is being fulfilled. Pleased with training overall. He has no strong feelings about the squad support for the head coach. But what about he's a good Vanarama national player, but unlikely to improve. Good player for most Vanarama national sides. Rich vein of form, natural in a couple of positions, relishes big matches. Got to keep that in mind. Does seems to fit in fairly well with most of the squad. Improve slightly on his off-the-ball movement. Works hard at the team. Poor heading, poor technique when striking the ball. He's good at dribbling. His non-penalty XG over 90 minutes is actually pretty good. He dribbles 1.5 times more than 1.5 more, not times, 1.5 more than Vanarama's National South players. Non-penalty XG is 0.2 more than Vanarama South average. Not bad. Key passes, progressive passes, 1.24 more than Vanarama South average. So let's see. He's good at dribbling, so maybe I should have him dribble inside. Have him be an inside forward. Wide target forward. Main outlet for clearances and long balls from the back, ideally positioned against the smaller and weaker fullback. They will be asked to get hold of the ball and keep it before recycling it to a teammate. Oh. Inside forward. Cut inside from the flanks and run directly at the center of the opposition's defense and works best when the player's strongest foot is opposite to the flank he is playing on. He's right-footed. He plays on the left flank. His dribbling is 11. He's got 12 bravery, 14 determination, and he's got some jumping reach. So I wonder if he'd be better as an inside forward. The movement can open up space for overlapping fullbacks as well as overloading a retreating defender. Um, so I don't know if I can find out. Um, it doesn't tell me though what position he wants to play or what role he wants to play. I wonder if I put him at inside forward. Because he with a support duty, the inside forward will cut diagonally into the space behind the defense and play through balls or take long shots if the opportunity arises. With an attack duty, the inside forward will run directly at the defense with the option of shooting, passing, or crossing as he moves into the final third. See, he's I don't want attack. I want him on support. Because he's not great at shooting. He's good at dribbling. His long shots are 7. Now, Sam, I'm curious because finishing, not great at finishing. So, but he can dribble, and he's brave. Passing's only a 7. Marking, long throws, long shots, heading. Yeah, additional focus, I want passing. Off the ball, work rate. Yeah, so this is his best, I think. He's really good at dribbling, so I think he's better at support than. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Veggie. Hey, Vivi gone. So Collins is injured again. He's not good at crossing. He's not really good at, well, he's okay at finishing. Now see why aren't his attributes highlighted for attacking winger? And I went to look at Dawes. His stuff. Oh, because we have to go on the other screen, right? We have to go into attributes. No, those aren't highlighted either. Interesting. Best position attacking midfielder left. Best role and duty wide target forward support. Okay, well let's see. With a support duty, the wide target forward is best used for relocating a tall and powerful target to bully a smaller, weaker fullback, offering knockdowns and opportunities to onrushing central players. So what I need to do is he's the main outlet for clearances and long balls from the back, ideally positioned against a smaller and weaker fullback. Okay. So we'll play him as a wide target forward and support. And then we'll try to match him up. When he's in that duty, we'll try to match him up against smaller fullbacks on his side because he is 6'1", not real strong, but he's got a good jumping reach and he can dribble. So now Collins, let's see if he's got any information for us. He's a winger. He's from Wales. That's where my ancestors are from, Wales. And American Indian. Pleased with Aaron Dow's comments in a recent press conference. Happy to see the club performing. Looking forward to recovering. Feels he has a decent partnership on the right with Finley Krask. Yeah. No strong feelings. Disappointed about the low collective win bonuses. Guess what, team? Next year, I'm going to keep the win bonuses where they were. I'm not going to lower them. The only reason I lowered them is because I wasn't sure how they affected the salary because the game doesn't tell me. Okay, so Collins is his best position is attacking midfielder, and his best role and duty is winger support. Winger's job is to try to quickly get past his man and get in an early cross for the forwards. He's got pace. He's got acceleration and agility. But does he have finishing? He's a 10 on finishing. What are we training him on? Wing back attack and corner taking. Okay. Says his best position is attacking midfielder. And his best role in that position is winger support. So we're going to go winger support. Oop. Okay, now Krask. But let me get my best 11 in here. Okay, that is my best 11. Who falls next? Asa Hall comes in next. Okay. So Krask is midfielder, center, ball winning midfielder. So let's make him a ball winning midfielder. Aims to win the ball high up the field and support resulting counterattack opportunities. Well, we're a counterattack team. He is a central midfielder attack. So let's put him on central midfielder attack. Okay, let's come up here, come up here, come up here. Hansen is ball winning midfielder. I don't want to have two ball winning midfielders though. So let's let him do his next best role. How about defend? How about halfback defend? Lynch is defender left, complete wingback. Well, let's have you play a complete wingback then. Complete wingback support. Taylor Sinclair, central defender defend. That's what he wants to play. Rowe is no nonsense center back. Stopper. No nonsense center back will push ahead of the defensive line and close down players before they get to the area. What's your pace like? I mean, you're strong, but you're not very fast. But that's supposed to be his best role. Dudu is complete wingback support. I'm on wingback support. How about complete wingback support? And then Khan is goalkeeper defend. Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just hanging out playing games. Collins is injured. And I don't even see Collins in the team here. So I guess Kourchanis is going to come on. And his best position is shadow striker. Ooh. How about inside forward attack? Got 3 attackers. Now, I changed out Collins, but Collins isn't over here on the bench because he's just unavailable. He's out 1 to 6 days. Ted Can is doing okay. So I guess I can't put him on the bench. Asa Booth has to be in here somewhere. De Silva, Barnes, Stubbs, Booth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, we've only got one backup for left back, and that's Martin. I have Zola too. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's go with that. Anything in scouting going on? Do I have any transfers possibly coming in? See, I agreed to pay 80% of his salary. And Taylor Moore, they want to pay him money that I don't have. I have a very aggressive assistant manager and a very aggressive general manager. They're trying to get me fired. Post-match analysis. Torquay versus Slough. We won the match deservedly as we created better opportunities than our opponents. Well, why didn't we score more goals? We scored 2 goals to their 1. You know what's really interesting, though? I'll look at this after we do this, but the scores in the Vanarama National South, there's a lot of 1-goal games. Nobody's scoring a lot of goals. Stronger momentum looking at the match overall. We did, except they kind of got back into the game after I made some tactical changes that I probably shouldn't have made. We completed a decent number of passes, 472. They did not complete many passes, 297. So I guess if it's under 300, it's not considered to be many passes. We scored from 2 of our 10 shot attempts from inside the penalty area. I know. It's good to shoot from inside the penalty area. Yeah. Salford has accepted a loan offer from Torquay for Tommy Pilling. He's a midfielder who we have no information on. He's being scouted by Gary right now. He's set to do a loan move. Do we have any information on him, Gary? No, we do not. So are we going to do his loan move? No, we are not. Ryan Jones' move to Torquay is no longer happening as Mr. Rovers are under an embargo due to impending takeover. What? What? Oh, man. Why does it always happen? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's actually, I think, the current coach at Torquay. Hopefully he's a better coach than he is a GM. Kind of looks like Wayne Rooney a little bit. Bowen turns professional. Congratulations. He's called with a question. I don't answer questions. I'm the boss. I ask the questions. I don't answer them. Scouting finished. Aaron Bone. 2 stars, 18. Already got him. Ricky Wow. Wah. How about a loan for Ricky? He's from Falkirk. Maybe shortlist him. Maybe talk to Falkirk. What is he? He's an attacking midfielder. He can play wing back. How about if we get him on an offer a trial? I've attached a summary of the report compiled by Chris England on pool as requested. Strengths? What do you mean, strengths? We don't know. Harry Hurst is an unsuitable option at left back, and that area of the team needs to be improved. What did we say, though? We were going to attack their right side because we have that combination of Lynch and Dawes. Dawes is going to get the ball. He's going to run in as a wide target. So I guess we should play. We should start out maybe playing down the left. So what was this memo? It said he's an unsuitable option at left back over here, which is our right side. Is that right? No. Yeah, it's our right side. Okay. This is their left. This is their right. It's opposite. Yeah. I'm spatially challenged. Actually, when I was in grade school, I really did really good in the Iowa skill. They're called back then. They were called Iowa skills tests, and one skill that I did really well on that test, like 97th percentile, was the space relations test. And I think basically what it did is it showed you like different figures, like kind of like boxes, opened and laid flat. And you had to, from that, you had to pick the one that you thought it would look like if it was folded together. I did really well on that one. But obviously, I can't tell my left from my right when I'm looking at something like this. It's like, okay, if we're coming from this way, attacking their left, and it seems like we'll go up here and be on the right, our right side. See, I still have to look at it. Their left, our right. But wait, wait. Um, Dawes is on our left. So we want to match him up with the guy that's on the right. So right now we want Kurichanis to be a wide attacking forward. The inside forward on attack, he runs directly at the defense with the options of shooting, passing, or crossing as he moves into the final third. Okay, that's what we want because Kurichanis is going to be going up against Harry Hurst, who's an unsuitable option at left back, and that area of the team needs to be improved. So we should focus, initially, we should focus on the right. So we're going to look at Harry Hurst. Harry Hurst is 5'10". He's got a little bit of speed and agility. He's not strong at all. He's not good at heading. He's got okay determination. He's got good decision making, concentration. pool. Oop. Let's see. Senior squad. They play a 4-2-3-1. And their only match played, Pool Town used. Okay, well, let's look at Pool Town's schedule. So obviously, they are not in, they're in the Southern Premier South, which is below the league that we're in, which is in the 6th tier. Nice. Yeah, I don't know for me if it gave me like a number. I'll look it up later. I don't know if it gave me a number percentage of games played. But like I said, my average games played is like 20 versus what I paid for those games is like 25 cents on the hour. So for every hour I play, I've paid about 25 cents, which for me is that's a great deal as far as entertainment value. We've got some nuts. There you go. That's what you want. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that value. A penny an hour. Yep. Now that's opposed to my former brother-in-law. He's only former brother-in-law because him and my sister-in-law were divorced. But my former brother-in-law, he invited me to go gambling with him one time. And he was in this tournament, and the buy-in was $150. Poker tournament. The buy-in was $150. And I went and watched and saw him play. Didn't understand a lot of it because I'm not a gambler, but he got knocked out of the tournament after 2 hours. And I don't think I said this to him, but I thought to myself, okay, that's $75 an hour for 2 hours of entertainment, basically. And I thought to myself, that's too much. I'm not going to pay $75 an hour to be entertained when I can go to a movie for, back then it was probably like $5 an hour. If it's a 2 hour movie, $10 to see a movie. Or back then I played World of Warcraft and I paid $15 a month to play World of Warcraft. And so, you take 15 divided by 30, that's about 30 days in a month. That's 50 cents. So 50 cents a day of entertainment. And then back then I probably averaged like 8 hours a day. And so it was about 6 cents a day or 6 cents an hour. So I'm like, let's see, $75 an hour versus 6 cents an hour. I'll do the 6 cents one. It seems more economical, right? Yeah, see, I've never been a gambler. I like keeping my money in my pocket or in my bank or in my investments or whatever, you know. I'm not going to gamble it and risk giving it to somebody else. So they will be richer than I am. You know, if you have $100 and they have nothing and you place a bet with them and you lose, then they have $100 and you have nothing. Doesn't sound like a great idea to me. All right, scouting up. Oh, I was going to look at these, the rest of these. Training, team training, no. View assignments, no. Match analysis, nothing there. Oh, okay. I'm not. So this is Pool's last game match analysis, I believe. Oh, got the wrong one. Let's go to Harry. No, I want to go back here. I'm bouncing around these screens. What's this? Passes completed 34. Passes intercepted 2. Passes out of play 2. Unsuccessful passes 3. Passes received 36. Key passes, he did 1 key pass. So maybe he had 2 passes intercepted. Why is he blue? Because his pass led to a chance or something? Maybe a goal that Luke scored? Luke. Luke. Use the force, Luke. Scouting update. So we did put in for another guy, right? We put in for another Ricky Waugh. Offer made. Haven't heard anything back yet. Taking a risk to walk away, making money rather than spending 75 an hour. Gambling is on whether or not the player I sign in Football Manager is worth the trouble or not. Yeah. It's a lot different gambling in a computer game. So, the Club World Cup. Um, I don't know how well matched these teams are, but Paris Saint-Germain is so good right now. Even though Chelsea's my team, I'm a realist. And the way that Paris Saint-Germain decimated Real Madrid, oh, they rejected it. No surprise. Well, see, I want to think about taking him on a loan, but I want to see how good he is. You say that he'd be a terrific signing. Now, see, okay, let's stop. Blessed. Okay. I don't see any role in duty stuff over here. Outside scouting scope. But it does show me that, preferred position. He can play here. He's competent. He's accomplished over here. Would be a terrific signing. So I mouse over here. It says we have reasonable knowledge of him. I mouse over here. How accurate is that? How accurate is that? Says, it'd be nice if they told you which scout gave you this information. Let me go to scouting report. Okay. Gary Johnson. Good old Gary. Good old Gary. Did it say at the top of his profile? Um, but it does give me a scouting report. So I have to look closer at this stuff instead of just kind of like, yeah, there's no scouting information. Um, has work to do in heading. Fairly selfish player, but he's 3.5 stars at attacking midfielder. He got 5-star potential. He accelerates. He's natural in a couple of positions. He possesses a fair amount of speed, and he displays fairly determined attitude. So let's look at his attributes if we have any information on that. First touch and finishing are good. Passing's good. Determination is 16. Let's get this kid in. Let's try to get him in on a loan. He's what, $400? $400 per week. And then, but they're going to say they want him to play. They're going to say they want him to play in attacking midfield. They want him to play here or here. I'd want him to play maybe back here. Right. I I mean I wouldn't mind having another midfielder, and if we do have to take it would give me the option if we had to take I wouldn't necessarily have to have a backup striker because if I had to take um Rutledge off, I could bring him on and just play him in between my two attacking forwards. So, well, let's make an offer. A loan. And where do they want him to play? Preferred position, preferred role, advanced playmaker. I don't think I would do. I could do regular starter. Maybe get him down to 60%. They want him to play in the midfield. They want him to play here, basically. I might have to play him up here. Or he could come in back here. So who would he cover for in midfield? So we got ads starting up in about 5 minutes. Nope, nope, nope. He'd be attacking midfielder, so he's better than all these guys at their current roles. So, oh, I go back to where I was. Mm-mm. So just leave these blank or leave these blank. I mean, I could do him as a regular starter. He's better. I would start him regularly. I just don't want to make him an important player coming into the squad. Preferred position, none selected. Okay. 3 minutes on ads incoming. Yeah, I don't mind. I have the salary to do that. Mm-mm. Now they want a monthly playing fee for him. Come on, game. So how about if I go, okay, I will play the majority of his time in central midfield as a regular starter. Now they want $95 a month. Two minutes on ads. I'm not paying you an extra fee. Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, you go through all of this with the club, and then the player will come back and say, "No, I don't. I'm not going to Torquay." It's like all that you go through with the club to try to niggle and kind of tweak it, and then the player's like, "Nah, I don't want to go to Torquay." Players attend meeting. Okay, so we got 25 minutes. We don't have an under 21 squad. That's the worst decision I ever made, is to try to get an under 21 squad, and you can't disband it. You can't disband it. So we got ads coming up. I'm going to take a break, get up and walk around a little bit, go to the bathroom, maybe get another soda. I'm thirsty. And I'll be right back. So it's kind of weird because it counts down the ads, but it in the ad manager it says ad starting soon. So it hasn't started yet. But I am going to take a break when the ad starts. Yeah, it said I am back. Thanks for the break. Thank you so much for the break. And let's go back into it. I think we're right there. There we go. What do my stream things look like? Twitch says my stream health is excellent. Shows I have 0 drop frames. My CPU's running under 70, even with all these windows I have open. So, looks good. Mic check 1 2. That's good. Okay, Corby Giller is an important part of the under 21 squad. Move on. Move on. Forge relationship with players giving you a good support as a result. Oh, we're up to very good in club atmosphere. Good. Leads you who's lack of progress, sexism, and might not potentially become Vanderham self player. In the meeting. Thanks, guys. Very good. Club atmosphere. Team cohesion is good. Leadership support is good. Yeah, let's see what happens with next match is in 5 days. They accepted the loan? Oh, they did. Yeah, they did. But now he's got to accept it. Right? See, this happens. I get excited. They accepted the offer. No, wait. Now the player has to accept it or reject it. Taylor Moore has agreed to terms with the under 18 sports scientist. He is unattached and available at no cost. What's his sports science ability at? 5. Do I have an under 18 sports scientist? I do not. I thought we had already signed one. Oh, no. Yeah, this is the guy we agreed with. Okay. Yep. That's see that people that benefit of playing a club in the Premier League. Like if you're Chelsea, that's my team in the Premier League. If you're Chelsea, you could probably get the sports scientist that you want, like a 18, 19, or 20 sports scientist. I got to blow my nose. Yeah, you can get the sports scientists that you want pretty much, but you can't get those guys down in the lower divisions. You just can't. Show loan interest in Hull. No, I haven't. Jake Hull to Plainmore. Reports. No reports on him. Offer made for Hull. Now this is the next step. This is Gary. I made an offer for him. He could be a regular starter in the no-nonsense center back row. Named in Vanderham National South Team of the Week. Taylor Sinclair. Good. Torquay injury update. Groin pull, 1 to 2 days. Our next game is in 4 days, so hopefully he'll be back. Increased injury risk. What's our next game after Slough? After Poole? We play 20, 29, 30, and then we play against Maidstone. Maidstone is currently in 7th. I think I'm probably going to play the same type of team that I did against Didcot and barely won that game. Yeah, I thought I had turned that. Oh, yeah, I give him the. I think he actually has found me maybe a couple. I let him initiate player signings and negotiate them, but then I'm the one that gets to finalize them. So I think he actually has sent me a couple good ones, but most of them are just no good. So You can see I have not scrolled this up in quite a while. My social feed. I yeah, I could turn it off, but I think he has sent me a couple of good ones. So maybe since Chester is also seeking a loan deal for Hull, maybe I could contact Chester. He's what, 22 years old? He's getting $1,000 a week. I mean, must be pretty good, right? If you're getting $1,000 a week. Welling versus Avely. So we'd like Avely to win. That would put them up to 18 points. It would keep Welling on 18. So keep these guys fighting amongst each other down here. Hayes and Yetting and Weymouth. We want Hayes and Yetting to win and Weymouth to stay towards the bottom. He's very pleased with the number of games he's getting at his preferred position. Well, it just so happens that his preferred position is his best position. So that's, yeah. Oh, that was in my news feed, right? No, that was in the news. No. Leagues in Focus? No. Where did I just see that thing about oh well. Avely Welling, so Welling got a point and Avely got a point. So Welling right now is 1 point. It's really tight. And then Hayes and Yetting and Weymouth drew. So they each got a point. Player of the Week, Harry Halwax. Africa, Skybet Championship Team of the Week. Skybet Championship Team of the Week announced. So it must have an African player in the team. And that's why it's being focused on under Africa news. I'm just opening up some shortbread here. We had this stuff. We had these things from last year for Christmas. I mean, they're still good, but nobody's eating them, so maybe who, Nakamba? Oh, that's cool. It gives you the teams that's in there, and it gives you their team news. Interesting. Europe, Oceania, South America, North America. That's where I live. So why would this be over here unless there's an American player, right? Let's do English. Right. Oh, okay. So some people in North America may be interested in the Skybet Championship Team of the Week. Doesn't mean that there's an American player in that team or an African player in the team or whatever, right? Makes sense. Told you. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? He doesn't want to come here. Ricky, don't lose that number. It's the only one you want. You might use it when you feel better. Yeah. Too good in his own mind. So us and Rotherham. Oh. So let's see if there is a report. Not for $1,000 a week, Gary. Have you looked? Gary, you're the general manager of the team. Have you looked at our available salary budget? 425 per week, Gary. That's our available payroll budget. Not 925. That put us $500 in the hole. Gary. And I got no scouting report from you. Gary. I have no idea if this guy's any good or not. Gary. Tom Williamson, Bath City. He makes $6 per week. Let's invite him in for a trial. He's 18. He's probably not that good. Forest Green. Let's offer him a trial. Albie Arman. I've already offered him a trial, but let's see if he wants to come in again. Or if Swansea wants to, I could afford to pay maybe a third of his salary. QPR. Let's invite him in for a trial. Get a free workout, free meal, you know. We'll feed you and we'll give you a workout. You got to keep fit, especially if you're on the bench at your team. You got to keep fit. Yeah, come on, Gary. Come on. Hey. Send me somebody that we can use. Somebody that you've scouted. Oh. Well, let's delay it. Maybe he'll get a scouting report on him sometime. Okay, we're gonna get him on trial. That's good. Albie Arman, rejected. He's gonna go on trial with us. Sure. Maybe he's a wonder kid. We play on Saturday. Might not have the required ability or potential. They should have a thing in here. Physical, under physical. Has 2 left feet. Preferred foot? Both? None. Maybe just none. I can laugh because he's a next gen. Or a new gen. Match preparation pool. 6 negatives. What are you talking about, dude? We scored none of our 21 shots attempted from outside the penalty area. We've conceded 5 of 27 shots attempted from inside our penalty area. We've struggled to make inroads to attacking areas from the left, with just 79 of our 332 entries into the attacking third of the pitch coming from the left. That's why we're going to be going up the right. No, he's not the player we want. I'm gonna end his trial. 0 of the 2 assists we conceded have come from left and from outside of the penalty area. Led to attempts on goal involving Finley Krask. All the opposite attacking third of the pitch have come from central positions. Yeah, I'm gonna end the trial. Sorry, kid. Sorry, kid. But you got a good workout, you got a meal. Should be happy. If I could just get one of these clubs to these guys are sitting on the bench. You know what I should do? Huh. You know what I should do? I should go make an offer to loan back Aaron Jarvis. Let's see, David Barnes under 18. Korichanis, he's under 18. Kane Brown under 18. Lee Juhun under 18. Um, Corby Gilroy under 18. What do my boys look like? Light, medium, light, 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 medium, light, 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 medium. Well, hmm, we do have 7th place Maidstone, 8th place Maidstone. 3 in 5 days. 27th. So 27, 29, 30. Yeah, so 27, 28, 29, 30, October 1st. So I want to play my regular squad against them, but I also want to get into the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. You see him play him there. Play Zola. Martin is light, light. Harrington is heavy. So who are we going to play on the right? Duru is medium. Krask is light. We can play him. But see, that's the question, though, is that these guys, they're all important players. They all want to play in every match. So let me ask you that, Blessed. Important players, star players, important players, regular starters, and then you get down to let me see if I can find one here. There's fringe players like Hansen, and you got squad players like Martin. So these guys get tired. They get heavy match load. Now, see, had some people tell me, don't worry about the match load. If it's heavy, don't worry about it. But I mean, they get heavy. They get a heavy match load. They still want to play. They want to play. I want to play. I want to play. I want to play. I want to play. It doesn't matter how heavy my match load is. And so, what do you do? How do you balance that out? I mean, let's see if it says over here. If you highlight it, how many? Sometimes it'll tell you like their match load is heavy because they played 4 games in the last 10 days or something like that. Well, where's the break even point? They want to play regardless of their condition. Well, condition is one thing, but match load is another thing, you know? You let your players get mad, so you rest them. I know. So it's like a juggling act. It's like, and I can't juggle. um, but then I mean, here's part of the thing too. The game does not tell you. It does not tell you how well your players play at each load level, light, medium, heavy, and each of the iterations of those. Some players probably have uh, higher natural stamina. Staub's natural fitness is 12, his stamina is 12. Then another player who has fitness of 12 and a stamina of 7. So, I mean, I assume that stamina and fitness are going to affect how they react to the heaviness or to the degree of the match load that they have. Right. Squad players can't complain, but regular starters could complain. Okay, match load relates to their chances of getting injured. See, his overall risk of injury, maybe that's because his match load is heavy. His overall risk of injury is normal. His injury susceptibility is below average because he doesn't have any. So let's go back to medium. Overall risk of injury is low. For heavy, it's high. For light, it's normal. For this heavy, it is high. This heavy is high. This heavy is high. So the heavier the match load, the greater the chance of getting injured. Oh, see, this is where it says it, yeah. Match load heavy, 3 matches in the last 14 days. Two matches in the last 14 days. Is that what they go by? They go by 14-day window? One match in the last 14 days. So it looks like one match is light, 2 matches is medium, 3 matches is heavy. Okay. So, for example, he wants me to play Li Ji Hoon. Li Ji Hoon is under a heavy match load, and his overall risk of injury is high. He's played 3 matches in the last 14 days, averaging 7.6 miles covered per game. So who would come on for him? That would probably be McGavin. So McGavin is medium. He's played 2 matches in the last 14 days. So I guess it drops. So it would drop off then. He's medium. He's played 2 matches in the last 14 days. So he played in the Slough and the Didcot match, maybe? Yeah, because it's been 14 days between Hornchurch and Slough. So maybe he also played in the Hornchurch match, but that dropped off once we got. Oh, right. It's the 27th today. So he could have played in Hornchurch, Didcot, and Slough, but the Hornchurch match dropped off already because it's been more than 14 days since the Hornchurch match. So now he's only played two matches. He played Didcot and Slough. Now, see, Slough is so basically he on the first, the Didcot match will drop off. Actually, on the 29th, the Didcot match will drop off, and then he'll still be on medium because he'll only be on the Slough and the pool um, matches on the first. So some players can play. It seems like all the mediums can play, and they'll still be medium on October 1st. Does that make sense? If medium is two matches in the last 14 days, and then on October 1st, we'll have played two matches on the 21st and the 28th. And so players that are on medium match fitness right now will be still on medium match fitness against Maidstone. So medium's okay, light's okay, as long as he's maintaining sharpness. Okay, so medium and light are okay. So he's played one match in the last 14 days. He's played two matches in the last 14 days. Okay, and then my bench. I wish you could do bench quick picks separately for your bench. See, I don't need to bring Barnes in. Oh, I do, because I still don't have Stobbs is lacking in fitness or lacking in sharpness. Do I have an under 18s match coming up? Do I have an under 18s match coming up that I could play him in? I do, on the 30th. But then that would give him match fitness, but then it would also tire him out. I bet you I'll bet you there's coaches that have a spreadsheet. They just plug names in and then the spreadsheet, because there is a function in spreadsheets which calculates the differences in dates, and it will just go back and go, it'll tell him he's okay to play because he's on such and such a match load, and he'll be okay. I'd like to get Stobbs up in his match fitness before he plays again. Oh, you know what? That's what match practices are for, huh? That's what match practices are for. So see, I think between here and here, I want to do a match practice. So how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's one, and a rest day, Then 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe like right here. Do a match practice. And we'll see. Okay, let's see. These guys are all okay as far as that goes. Let's get Booth in for Cammy Moore. 1, 2. I don't have a 2 in here yet. So let's get Asa Hall in here for midfield, maybe. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this is a pool. Okay, yeah, it's a cup competition. So, De Silva can come in for Stobbs because Stobbs has got low morale. De Silva is impact sub. So let's put Stobbs on the bench. Quirchanis can play in the middle up here. So we already have a player that can do that. So Quirchanis can come up here. Stobbs, you're here. De Silva here. Booth. So Quirchanis can play here, here, and in the midfield. Stobbs can play here or here. De Silva can play here or here. Asa Hall can play in the midfield. Who else could come into the midfield? Lee Ju-hoon, though, he's on heavy. And then Marshall is still a squad player, so I don't need to bring him in. Zola is a future prospect. So these guys are all under 18s. Barnes is a breakthrough prospect. But you guys are all on the... So I think this is going to be the team. And then when we play again on the 1st, October 1st, these guys should still all be on medium. Because on the 1st, they will have only played 2 matches in the last 14 days. So hopefully my calculations are accurate. We're favorites for the pool clash. There's going to be a fight at pool. Oh, here we go. They have to be wary about complacency. So does Lapsley have a team yet? Oh, I was going to look at Jarvis too, right? See about loaning Jarvis out? Well, he's made 6 appearances and got 2 goals. Good for him. So Lapsley, can we offer you a trial? Maybe after the game. Do you think Will Dawes can handle the current scrutiny of his performances? He's taken everything in his stride and really doesn't seem to have been affected. Next Torquay under-18s match is tomorrow when they meet Oxford United under-18s in the under-18 Division 3 Southwest. This clashes with the first team's FA Cup match against Poole. I know, they always clash. I'm here to remind you that if you wish to use any of the under-18 players in the Poole match, these players need to be moved to the first team squad today or need to be made available for their current teams if you wish them to not be picked. Let's see. Dawes, Collins, McGavin, Crass, Hansen, Lynch, Roduru. They're on my squad. Lynch is also on the senior team. Kurichanis is on the senior team. I think they're all on the senior team. One suggestion. Yeah, David Barnes, make him available for, let's see, what's his medium, like for 45 minutes. Keep his match fitness up. Nope. You know, the thing is, when you do this, I gotta make sure that he doesn't have to be moved to the under-18s though. He can still be on the senior squad, right? When you do this, it takes away time from a player that you're trying to develop. I just thought of that. So if I want like Tully or Moore to develop, I need to not do this. Yeah, you know, it's a story that I don't really want to tell again about how I kept trying to get I kept making board requests just to do stuff and I just kept getting rejected like a dozen times for the stuff I was trying to do. And so I was going through the list and I'm like, I found that I could, one of the options was create an under 21 team. And I thought, well, let's see if they'll let me create an under 21 team. And they did, but we didn't have any money to hire players, you know? So I still had my fixture list. It was like the middle of last season. I still had my fixture list for the under 18s. And then I thought, well, in between seasons, I'll go ahead and move everybody from the under 18 team to the under 21 team. And then I'll have an under 21 team and I can play them next year and not have an under 18 team. But I didn't do that in time. And so I don't even know if it's doable, but yeah, right now we don't have an under 21 team. We don't have any staff. We did have a head coach for last year, so I probably paid the head coach, you know, probably $5,000. Didn't even use the head coach because I think Gary hired her when I actually had that set to allow my general manager to hire staff for the under 18s. So when her contract came up due, I didn't renew it because we don't have an under 21 team. But I had a coach that I was paying money to. So we don't have any staff. We don't have any Yeah, we don't have any under 21 players. We don't have any because we can't afford it. Right. Oh, the board won't do requests unless your club is financially considered rich. So that's going to be up here somewhere, probably. Torquay, profile, facilities, news, general, and finances. Oh, okay. Oh, financial status, okay. Right. So we have $167,000 profit loss, 171,000 this season. So really what we need is we need an FA Cup run. We need to get some money from an FA Cup. Scott Bright, he's a right left fullback. Now this is the one that they have scouted some. Best role unknown, defender left. But they have scouted him some. Only sign him as a last resort for right now. How old is he? 18? Needs must. Needs must. Um, so in my under 18s, who are my Jules Zola, he's a 1.5 star. And that's all I got. Um, now my starting is Ben Lynch. He's a 3 star. Daniel Martin is a 2.5 star in that position. Um, and Zola is a 1.5 star. And that's it. I just have the three of them. So I'm like, well, he's 18 years old, useful backup to the first team. But why ability to make the right decision, main reason behind his intelligence on the pitch. He's a natural in a couple of positions. Committed player gives his all to the cause. Has work to do in the heading, lacks strength and fitness, means he should be in the gym working on his overall athleticism. Where is he? Is he at the pub working on his right arm lifts? Right arm curls. I'm doing arm curls. No. He's a body. I mean, I brought some players like 160 bucks per week. I brought some players in last year because they were a body. You know, I need a body in the position. I need somebody out on the pitch. He is balanced, and I think I've put my arm around him again already. I think he reacted okay with that. He's encouraged. He went up, man. Dylan De Silva's training is bad. Oh, Dylan. I don't think you've been training well lately. I'm glad you understand. Keep working hard to improve, okay? You're one of my better players. Don't go into the game complacent. Tactic. It's my tactic. Now why bet I don't want to train cautious. I want to train positive. Why are you doing this game? This game changes this stuff. I think it's became my game because when I came out of the last game, maybe I was cautious at the end of the game because we're trying to close the game down or whatever. And it just, oh, you want to train cautious. No, I just wanted to set it at that. Oh, brother, game. So that means at the beginning of every week, I have to set it back to what I want them to train as because they're training as a in a cautious mentality. Oh, brother. I just noticed that. I just noticed this down here. It's when you start the game. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, it'd be nice if there was like a number here. You know, I'm used to numbers. Like Paradox games have numbers. Um, this game has numbers with the attributes. I want to see more numbers. I want to see more numbers, game. I want to see the numbers. Hey, Jer, I want to see the numbers behind the mechanics. Right. Yeah, I just have to pay more attention. I It's funny because you get to a point where you think, yeah, I'm paying pretty close attention to this. And then you're like, no, you see what I just did? No, no, I'm not. I'm not paying enough attention to it. I'm gonna open another ginger ale. We have ads that are going to be starting in 6 minutes. Like I was saying, um, now it says ad starts in 6 minutes and 35 seconds, mark. But when that time, when that 6 minutes and 35 seconds is up, and it gives me a warning up here, it'll tell me, ad starting in 3 minutes, and it counts it down. But then when it gets to the end of that, in the ad window, it says ad starting soon. So when that countdown is reached, it doesn't start the ad right away. It doesn't start the ad until in the ad manager window it says ad starting. And there's like a 30, 45-second gap between those two. Yeah. So I guess I'm just going to I'll wait until it starts and then I'll go do my thing. It's just weird. It doesn't make any sense. It's like this game. It doesn't make any sense. I watched Torquay United under 18s draw against Oxford United under 18s at Bangkok Glass Training Center this afternoon. He looked comfortable and supported his team in some precise passing and great defensive work. He is what? He's a right side defender. 1.5-star ability. Fitness test. Yeah, so I just got the ad starts in 5 minutes message. So I had a good game. Barnes played the first half with a 6.7, and we drew 1-1. And where is Oxford's down here with 7 points? So we probably shouldn't have drawn the game. They got player of the match, looks like. Okay, fitness tests. He doesn't need any monitoring. Okay, here we go. I want you to basically bring all of the team off the field and put these guys on. I want you to switch everybody who's on the bench with These guys. Thank you. Now, see, like I said, with the coaching and stuff, I would feel more comfortable if I was coaching Chelsea and my assistant coach had like high ratings in all of the necessary attributes. I'd feel more comfortable with him um, telling me about changes to make than Aaron, who is just an assistant coach in the sixth division, you know. So only 2,700 tickets have been sold. Okay. This is what we're doing. Everybody's on light and medium. And on October 1st, when we play again, everyone who's on medium should be back on medium. Yes. Encourage, and embolden. Lewis Collins is very happy. Go to the match. We've been on a good run lately. Let's go out there and impress me. Watch. Okay, Duru is complacent. Hansen is complacent. I have 5 guys that are complacent. Influential players that are complacent. Highly influential player. So we got ads starting shortly. Now, see, that's interesting because now it says in the window in the ad manager, it says ad starting, and it's the same timer as in chat where it says incoming ad break. Defenders tab. Well, let's see what how they react. They're still complacent. Okay. Boys, I've done all I can do for you. It's up to you now. But let's look at the match opposition. He is the top assist guy. So we are going to trigger press on him. Do I have any information about his foot? Left only. So we're gonna send him over to his right foot. It says ad starting in 22 seconds. Over to his right foot. Prefers left foot only. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here, and then when the ads are done, we'll come back and now see, it still says ad starting soon. Yeah, it says ad starting soon. But it has a countdown too. Why doesn't it just start the ad when the countdown is done? I don't get it. What's the point of having a countdown if it's not going to start? It's been what? I should time it. It's been like, what, 30 seconds? It's been, what, a minute now? I'm going to time it next time. Okay, ad started. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for giving me a break. I appreciate it. It's a weird system. It gives you a countdown to the ad starting. Ad starting in 5 minutes, and it counts down to zero. And then in the window, the ad manager window, it says ad starting and counts down to zero, and then it says ad starting soon. Okay, weird. I don't think I'm going to be on for another hour, but tomorrow I'm going to time it. Oh, to do the speech like ads are starting. I don't get it. Let's see. He is the top assist guy on the team. So we're going to mark him. We're going to show him over onto his left foot or his right foot. Tony Lee is the top goal scorer. We're going to mark him, and we're going to trigger a press, and we're going to tackle him, and we're going to show him onto his left foot. And then how tall is Rakim? Rakim is 5'11". He's got jumping of 10, heading of 12. Aaron Green is 5'10". Remy is 5'4". And then I want to look at Tony Lee. So we're gonna funnel them to the outside. But then the guy Harry Hurst. So Harry Hurst, we want to harry. We're gonna harry him, and we're gonna tackle him normal. We're gonna show him onto his right foot, and we're gonna press him and get him to turn over the ball. We should probably mark Aaron when he's in the box. Oh no, not him. Rakim. We should probably mark him when he's in the box. And then he is right-footed, so we're going to show him onto his left foot. And I don't want to tackle in the box. And then we're going to trap outside. So let's see what happens. We're in positive right now. Nice cross. Oh, what did it do? Did it hit the post? So we get a throw in, but no. Nice tackle. All right, so we can skip this one. Got 3 shots, 1 on target. 49% of possession. Deer's got a yellow. We're not really generating much. Let's go attacking. I'm not very patient. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it when we're basically so much better than the other team. Let's go down both sides, which is really not getting us any play for set pieces. We're going to do whipped crosses. We're not going to overlap. We're going to still work the ball into the box. Let's counter press. Distribute quickly. Do short kicks. Keep the mid block. Go, 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 Duro. Go. Oh, that was no good. Oh, this isn't good. Get back. Get back. Don't let him drive in. Don't let him drive in like that. Oh, gosh. What was in the newspaper article? Don't be complacent. I should have probably been encouraging the team. What was in the newspaper article? It's that old complacent thing. We're showing we want it more, really. I was watching the league. Today. It's a bunch of streamers. Zealand, Work the Space, Lelujo, Big Robbo, Stans, I think is in it. Like 20 players that are content creators on Twitch and on YouTube. And they're talking today about the game. Some of the games they were playing, they're saying maybe this competition shouldn't be a goal competition or a wins competition. It should be an XG competition, because XG wins is not necessarily a good benchmark for how well your team plays. XG is a pretty good benchmark for how well your team is playing, and we're playing a lot better than they are. I mean, we got 58% possession. They hit us on the counter just because we couldn't get back fast enough. I mean, look at our heat map. They've had one chance. Yeah, it's just crazy. So I might take Zero off. He's on a red or a yellow card. 6 shots, 2 on target. I need to use shouts more. I don't use shouts enough. Yeah, look at our guys. They're uninterested. I mean, come on, guys. We only have 6 shots on goal. I mean, it's not Can's fault. I mean, basically he was just hung out to dry. That guy was just flying up the left side and the defenders were late getting back to cover him. I got to take off Duru. He's uninterested. He's on a yellow card. Dude, come off. What do I want to do though? I think I want to move Krask back here and bring another midfielder on. Can Hansen do the ball-winning midfielder? Ball-winning midfielder support? Yeah, he can. So let's move Hansen up here. I'm going to move Krask back here. And then I'm going to bring Asa Hall in. But I'm going to make him anchor. And then I'm going to make him, ball-winning midfielder support. So you see, my attacking on the right side really didn't affect Harry Hurst at all. So what does this analysis do here? In-depth tactical analysis include detailed information on how the players work together. Okay, and then so we got Krask here. Hall came in. That's one of my substitutes. I want to play through the middle. Playing up down the wings isn't working. I'm going to counter and counter press. Distribute to the playmaker. And work it into the box. You're on attacking. What is that? What is that? Oh, come on. I'm going to go to tactics because this Coddington has already scored 2 goals. Where is he? Are we marking him? Trigger a press. Yeah, well, we're supposed to be triggering a press on him. Nobody is really taking it seriously. Tackle him easy in the box. What foot is he on? I probably should have done that at first. Left foot, so show him onto his right. Yeah, is there a flag? I mean, look at Rowe just kicks it out. You're not under any pressure at all, Rowe. You're not under any pressure at all. Find a pass. No, he wasn't offside. So guess what? He was offside. Okay. Go, McGavin, go, go, shoot it. No. Here you go, Dawes. Drive in, drive in, drive in. So Rutledge scores. He's a finisher. That's what we're trying to do, get the ball to Rutledge. Is this going to be offside? Oh, what kind of a pass is that? Oh, man. See, motivated by the feedback. Anybody? Okay. Dawes is having a good game. Fired up by the feedback, having a good game. Halstead's complacent. Stobbs is nervous, of course, probably because his match fitness is down. Martin is complacent. Um, do I take off Collins? He's playing okay. Dawes is tired though. Lynch. Um, Lynch would come on for Martin, but Martin's complacent. I don't want to bring him on. He's poor. Well, let's see. And just let him run up the pitch. I mean, I would have scored that goal. I don't know who that guy was, but I would have scored that goal. But they just, I mean, who is this? This is Lynch, isn't it? He's tired. He just runs right past them. Who's that? Gavin, Lee, Codlington. So he probably would have, he might have been onside if Lee had made that pass. Ben Lynch looks he's getting everything he should taken off. So I'm gonna put Martin on and I'm gonna give him a pep talk. Trust you to make the difference, right? Let's cancel the sub. Yes. So bring Martin on. Bring on Will Dawes. See, Will Dawes is having a good game, but he's tired. Should I still take him off? Because I don't like to take off players that are having a good game because they're having a good game. So I think if I'm going to take Dawes off, I'm going to bring on De Silva. And then I'll just leave one more sub. No, that's 3 subs. Yeah, let's give him a pep talk. Okay, confirm the subs. See, I want him to run up. He works well with Collins, so I want him to run up with Collins. But I think Collins works better as a winger attack, and then Krask works better as a wing back support. They used to have an affinity. It doesn't look like they have it anymore. Yeah, we'll try this. Come on, guys. We're gonna get a replay. We're gonna get a replay. They're gonna squeeze another game into our schedule. Gosh, as I tell you about teams that are semi-professional and in lower divisions than we are, we just do not play well against them. Well, I should say, Football Manager does not play well against them. I mean, look at our XG 2.3. We got one goal late in the game. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm going to make an offer to bring back Aaron Jarvis. I'll just go over budget. I don't care. I'm going to have to pay a transfer fee too. Yeah, we had possession, 17 shots. We scored one of our 5 shots on target. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, this game. So what they're going to do is now, yeah, there's no excuse. No excuse at all. So what that's going to do is it's going to cram another game into our tight schedule. Yeah, see? So, well, at least it gives us, our other game was on the 1st. So at least it gives us an extra day, and then they push. Who were we going to play next? They'll probably tell me in the news here. Yeah, failed to make chances pay. And it was that whole article. Touted as comfortable favorites will have to be wary about complacency. I've had this before, and every time I get this message, be wary about complacency, every time I've had trouble winning the match. I've had draws, I've had losses. It's just the game is setting you up. If you see that message, the game is setting you up to lose or draw. I should have threw a water bottle. I got to do that next time. I got to throw a water bottle. Get these guys fired up. Okay, so it was against Maidstone. So we have to play Poole again. 3 days later, we play Dartford, who is 20th. Then 3 days after that, we have to play Aveley, who is 14th. And then 4 days after that, we have to play Cheshire. Yeah, it's like the game's like, we are going to make you play so many games. 2, 4, 6, 7 in the month of October. That's an average of 1 game every 4 days. So 3, do I have any breaks here? No, look at this. 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then we get a week. The next 6 games, we're going to be playing a game every 3 days. I thought I had a stretch there. I was going to have, after we beat Poole, we were going to have a week before we played Maidstone. Nope. Game says, nope, you're not. Nope. Tell us about Aiden Rutledge's player of the match winning performance out there today. He's got that in his locker, and it's reassuring as a head coach to know we have a player like that. Training schedule changes. I changed the training schedule because I wanted to. We're going to do this extracurricular team bonding. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, Maidstone crammed in there. We're going to do a physical. We're going to do a recovery after the game. And then we're going to do a match review after the game. Then over here, we're going to do a match review after the game. Thank you. And then down here, we'll probably do team bonding. Man, I tell you, we should never have let Aaron Jarvis go. We should have just paid his $4,000 a week that he wanted. What's the schedule look like this week? It's going to be away at Pool. This game sets you up for failure. It really does. Hey, Zion. How's it going? Oh, the game set me up for failure. I just played a match against a semi-pro team, Pool, who play at the beautiful Tattenham ground in Pool. They're semi-pro. Um, they're only in the game to fill out the FA second cup and third the FA Cup second and third round qualifying places. It's crazy. And I want to look at their squad. Okay, so this is a real player, Raheem. Who beat us though? Coddington. He's the guy who beat us. He scored 2 goals. One was called back for offside, and that's his best position. Maybe I should loan him. See if I can make an offer for a loan. How much would his 100% of his salary be? I could pay that. I got extra money. He'll be cup tied for all FA Cup matches this season. I thought it would just be against his former team or the team that I'm loaning him from. He won't be able to play in any FA Cup matches. And why would the total cost? Oh, Yeah, I last year I had six long-term loans. I was able to find six long-term loans. They were all zero cost loans. Currently, I only have one. Why is the total cost of the loan going to be 27,000? Oh, 675 a week till the end of the year. Okay, that makes sense. Just get him off the pitch, tackle him hard. I mean, he was a good player. It looked like he was a pretty good player. I'm surprised though that they don't give you really any. Now, these numbers must have come from um, our analysts that were up in the booth or whatever watching the game, right? Because I mean, they saw him play, they saw how good he was. Reports, no analyst report. They should give you some information on him. They watch the game and they'll say, well, we really didn't have, we really couldn't see him that good because, the facilities really weren't that great. So we really couldn't. Attacking midfield or left. What time is it? I gotta go. I told my daughter we go to the library tomorrow and do some other stuff. So get up, get some breakfast, get up early, get some breakfast, go to the library, go have some fun. Um, when's my next game? 1, 2, 3 days, 4 days away. I would do that game, but I know I'll get stuck looking at transfers and looking at scouting, and it'll be 12 excuse me 12:45 by before I start the game, and yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it tonight. Let's see. Well, at least we played more FM today than I did yesterday. You know, it'd be cool. You know, it'd be really cool. I guess you do get a rating. The game does give you, as a player, a rating. And I guess that is kind of how well your team does. But it'd be kind of cool if it gave you a familiarity rating based on your knowledge of. I don't know. I don't know if it could do it, but it'd be cool if it could. If it gave you a rating and told you, you know, you're like right now I think I'd be like at a C minus or a D in my comprehension of the game, my knowledge of the interface and all that stuff. But as you progress through it, and the game knows what screen you're in, and I don't know how much more computing power that would require, but the game knows I'm in the schedule. The game knows I'm looking in the scouting screen right now and I'm scrolling down through. You can track all that stuff. But I guess you do kind of get a rating like from the board. I think I'm going to go and talk to Lapsley. It's interesting because Lapsley was like one of our best players last year. He is 28 years old. He doesn't have a club. He's available on a free transfer. So you can't loan players I could get him in on one of those, what, non-contract? Can I get him in on a non-contract? He's one of our best players last year. 34, 35 appearance, 4 goals, 3 assists. I mean, average 6.91, but it seemed like he had an influence. If maybe he wasn't getting all the assists, he still had a strong influence in midfield. No, he's not in contract. No, I can just approach him to sign him. Yeah. But when I tried to sign him before, he wanted like $2,000 a week. I couldn't afford it. So how do I do a non-contract? So I would do something along the lines of for each appearance or something. No money like up front, but for each appearance that you make, because I'd start him. I'd probably pay him $500 for each appearance. I'd probably be starting him. Um, I was gonna look at Asa Hall because he's had 8 appearances. Once he gets to 20 appearances, we have to sign him to an extension. Oh, right. I'm sorry. I came out of it. Sorry. So yeah, if we go back to Lapsley, oh, go forward. Um, yeah, he's a free agent because we let him go at the end of the season. Ebbsfleet wants him. Yeah, just offer him $500 a game or $450 a game or something. He's got 19 determination, 16 stamina. Right. If you open talks with him, you better get him or he'll refuse you. Yeah. I mean, we have a really good knowledge of him because he was our player. He was our best midfielder. You go find a player I will never use, someone you don't want. I tested on that player. Who's that? What do you test? Open talks with some useless free agent that'll never sign and test the option in him, then walk away. Oh, the options. Okay. For a non-contract? But how do you do what's a non-contract? You just say, I'll give you $400 for each appearance. Something like that. Fairly susceptible to injuries. I didn't really notice that in his time with the club. I mean, I took over in July of 2023. He had a twisted knee in April for 7 days. That's it. I could. But then the board's going to get mad at me when when my when he gives them a $2,000 a week contract. My board's going to say, "Whoa, what did you do, Biff? You let Gary sign a guy to a contract? You know what Gary's like. You know Gary. He likes to throw our money around." Oh, they're gonna say, "Oh, oh, Biff, we're so disappointed in you. You let Gary do this." Oh man. No, you don't have to do that, Blessed. That's okay. I just think it's I just think it's I don't know. We're on course. Thumbs up. Make the most of set pieces. Oh, I didn't know that. They want me to do set pieces like every time. They expect me to play for set pieces. You got it, board. We're going to leave that on there all the time. Play high tempo pressing soccer. You got it, board. We're going to do that every time. Yep. Delighted with the finances involved in the deal to bring Leo Dura in on loan. Delighted with the finances involved in the deal to bring Ben Lynch in on loan. Very pleased with the positive atmosphere in the locker room. Very disappointed with the Heavies 0-3 Vanderbilt against Weldstone and against Lewes. Yeah, these are two semi-pro teams, I think. And we had trouble with them. Very pleased with the atmosphere in the locker room. I'm trying. Club atmosphere is excellent. The boys are happy because we're on a run of form. Oh, brother. And then what's my supporters? My supporters give me an A-. Make the most of set pieces. They're pleased with the high tempo soccer. They want us to reach the Vanarama South playoffs. Reach the FA Cup proper. They're pleased that what? Currently on course to reach the first round. Well, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath, board, because, you know, I'm actually growing the club's reputation. I'd like to see if we get any income from like jerseys and stuff. Our gate receipts last month, 182,000. I don't understand this. Because look at these. It says last month our gate receipts were 182,000. Where? 182,000 would be like up in here. And last month was August, and it's down here. So I don't get this. I don't get that at all. Anyways, I think I'm gonna sign off, guys. Like I said, I promised my daughter. You know, you make promises, right? You got to keep your promises. I told her we'd be going to the library. She likes to go there and play in the it's called the Idea Lab. You can go in there and you can do painting and drawing, coloring, beads. You can make necklaces and like bracelets and stuff like that. She is interested in the sewing machines. I think she wants to know see how a sewing machine works. So I told my wife, well, you're going to have to help her with that. And they do have staff at the library staff in the Idea Lab so that they can help kids do stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's a big area. They've got a 3D printer in there. They've got yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. So I told her we go there. She's excited, and I'm excited because it's getting. The first few times we went to this library, she didn't even want to look at books. There's a couple iPads there. She wanted to play on the iPads. Now she wants to go to the Idea Lab, so I'm cool with that. So get her off the get her off the um, get her off the iPad. Get her into like doing tactical stuff with her hands and stuff. So let's see. I think that's it. I'm gonna and we will have tomorrow we will have our match, our replay against Pool, away at Pool, um, on Wednesday, the 2nd. So let's look at our players though. So now they're heavy because they've had 3 matches in the last 14 days, but this game is going to be on the 2nd. So if we go back, um, let me go back here. Why? Oh, well, why is the under 18 squad? That's weird. It had the under 18 squad in there, even though it was checked off. Okay, found a bug. Um, so this match is going to drop off tomorrow. So let me try something here just to verify this. Let's go into training. I want to make sure my guys get a day off. Okay, we just played pool. So I'm going to give them tomorrow off. I don't want to, though, because look, chance creation, chance conversion. That's what we need. I'll give my starters a day off. I'm going to do rest one day. But I want to get over to the 29th because these heavy ones should come off. Because this last game that we played on the 14th should drop off. So they'll only have played 2 games in the last 14 days, which is the criteria for determining if they're the match load that they're under. So look at Leo. He's got 3. Let's see, where do I find that again? Over here. He's got 3 matches in the last 14 days. So he's under heavy. Can is under medium because he's had 2 matches, so he's under medium load. And then a light load is 1 match in the last 14 days, or 0 matches. Booth, 0 matches. Marshall, 1 match in the last 14 days. So, yeah, so I want to roll the day and see if that drops off, because it should drop off. So now if we go into tactics, yeah, see, they all drop down to medium. The ones that were heavy drop down to medium. So that means I should be able to play them all on the second again. Royston caused English FA Cup third qualifying round surprise. The main surprise of the English FA Cup third qualifying round was a win for Southern Premier Central team Royston Town against Vanarama North club Farsley Celtic. Billickay Town also advanced to the fourth round qualifying round as they stunned Vanarama South team Eastbourne Borough at New Lodge. Elsewhere, there were wins for Wellington United, Rushall Olympic, FC United of Manchester, and Lewes. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off. We did verify that that's the way that works with the match load, and so their overall injury list goes down. It's normal, or I don't know how it works. This game's mechanics are a mystery wrapped in an enigma. I'll have to find out what that quote is. But I'm gonna head out. Because we got ads coming up, and I'm just gonna head out. So let me skip those ads. Let's see if and then thanks for coming in, everybody. Appreciate you. Skies, appreciate you. Ads are starting in 2.5 minutes, so I'm just gonna head out. I'm gonna do my just regular outro. I'm not gonna send you guys off on a raid or anything. So wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.